sure that if the people here would just donate their designer underwear, the trust would meet its target and we could all go home. Oh, look who just came in.
Selena Mazzaril.
Oh, she's seen us?
Oh.
Norma! Tom!
Selena?
I know what you're thinking, but look at it this way. Frank bought this from a furrier who's going out of business. Now his kids will stay at school.
You don't have to try to justify it. You know how I feel.
Sometimes, Norma, you can be very self-righteous.
It's nothing to do with being self-righteous.
What is it then? Guilt?
No, it's about trying to redress the balance that mankind has destroyed.
What you know about balance extends to the height of your heels.
Wine, madame?
I'm just gonna have the small spinach salad.
Well, then I'll have the baby veal.
Baby veal? You cannibal!
I'd just like to be reminded where we are on the food chain, you know?
Then you're sick! They torture those little animals. They keep them locked up. They never see the light.
Give me a break, Norma.
Then eat it somewhere else.
No, honey. I'm eating it right here.
Then I'm going to vomit.
Now that I'd enjoy.
No, really, please. Now, you must excuse me for interrupting you, but I couldn't help overhearing the two of you discuss balance a moment ago. I was reminded of something from my youth.
Oh?
Yes. I remember that there was a time when to shoot an animal was an act of conservation. I was with my parents on a world lecture tour. One of my father's old schoolmates had moved out to Africa. He invited us all to stay with him on his coffee plantation in British East Africa, now better known as Kenya.
Henry! Medlicott, the genius of the Restoration.
Aids our own resuscitation. Henry, how are you?
Very well. May I introduce my wife, Anna?
How do you do?
Miss Helen Seymour.
How do you do?
Welcome.
And my son, Henry Jones, Jr.
Hello. Well, come in and have some tea. You must be thirsty.
However, when we arrived, Medlicott informed us that we had been invited to go with him on safari with our ex-president, Theodore Roosevelt. No 10-year-old boy at that time could have wished for more. This was a land I'd read about in adventure books, but what I saw was different. I didn't know it then, but I was looking at the Garden of Eden before the fall of man.
Henry, will you slow down? This wilderness has been here for millions of years. It's not going to disappear whilst you unpack.
But I want to see Roosevelt. He's the best. A president, a boxer, and a hunter.
Yes, and he won't be back till sundown.
How do you know?
I know.
Okay, I'll slow down.
I fear Mr. Medlicott's boisterous nature is a bad influence on you, Henry.
Hello.
Oh, Mr. Medlicott.
Would you like me to show you around the camp before they return?
Yes, sir.
Henry, will you slow down or you'll collapse with sunstroke?
Don't worry, Miss Seymour. I'll calm him down.
Some help, I'm sure.
We have some excellent cooks here, you know. Some of President Roosevelt's favorite dishes are elephant trunk soup, ostrich liver, giraffe heart. You'll love it. Mmm. Heller, let me introduce you to Henry Jones, Jr., Professor Jones's son. Hello.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Heller.
Heller's a taxidermist. He prepares the specimens for transportation back to the United States.
The next time you go into a museum and stare at a lion, you can think of me and my blood-stained hands.
Something wondrous fair, the purest face, and the strongest hand. The ground on where it stands. I love my love.
Is that water clean?
Yes, I forgot my robe.
Yes, so I see.
Thanks.
Henry! What on earth are you doing?
Miss Seymour. I thought you...
You thought what, Henry?
Nothing. I'm sorry, Helen.
Ridiculous boy.
Henry! Henry! Henry, they're back! Henry, this is Frederick Salou. He helped plan the safari and is probably one of the best hunters in all of Africa.
Good to meet you, Henry.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
Excuse me.
And that's President Roosevelt's son, Kermit.
Kermit, are you ready?
Yes, Father, all set. Come on in.
I have read your book on medieval armory, Professor Jones. It's a fine work.
Thank you, sir. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You must read a lot.
Not as much as I'd like to.
Mr. President?
Can only manage
Mr. President?
Excuse me, Professor Jones.
You see, sir, they clearly indicate this as being one of the Burton's Oryx's breeding grounds. There ought to be thousands of them around here.
Well, that's quite a mystery then.
Mind you, this was written 20 years ago.
I haven't seen any this year.
Well, they can't have all just died out.
They may have migrated north. They favor dry areas.
Oh, what a beautiful animal.
It's a very rare fringe-eared oryx.
And that was a lion, I suppose. Well, at least we're in safe company.
No hunter is safe, Miss Seymour. Today, I shot a lioness. Her mate was nearby.
I shot the mate, but unfortunately, I only wounded it. We must never underestimate a wounded lion. Remember Johnson?
Teddy, surely you don't believe that old story, do you?
Believe it, I was there. The man was scared out of his wits. He even built a tree house thinking he'd be safe. But the wounded beast came into camp that night and smelt him out. Nothing we could do. Do you know how to shoot a gun, Henry?
No, sir.
He's only 10 years old.
By the time I was 10, I had an intimate knowledge of firearms. Tomorrow, my boy, I'll teach you how to shoot.
Dad!
Go to sleep, Junior.
Sight your target. Squeeze the trigger. Don't pull it. Squeeze it. Well done! Now what?
Open the gun and let out the shells.
Careful. Good boy. See, you're going to be quite a marksman. Always remember, the gun should only be used in order to survive. Ah, now, this is the best gun ever made. You may not be able to come on the hunt with us, but you should at least be able to enjoy this fine land. Keep them. They're yours.
Thank you, sir.
You look after him now, Miss Seymour. And you be good.
Yes, sir. Wouldn't you just love to go on the hunt, Miss Seymour?
I dare say I would. Especially if I had been invited by someone as dashing and brave as Mr. Roosevelt.
I dare say you would too, Miss Seymour. Six foot high. To the smallest. The royal antelope. Only 10 inches. Gosh.
Where's the word antelope come from, Henry?
Antelopes means brightness of eye. At least that's what it says here. Whoa. There must be over 80 species. Look, here it is. Wow. It's beautiful.
That's a very good likeness.
Thanks. This way I'll know for sure if I find it. I'm going to take the binoculars, and I'm going to find it for Mr. Roosevelt and the museum. May I?
Very well, but don't go far.
I won't. Hello. What's your name? Do you understand? Your name. I mean, Indy. My name is Indy. No? Indy.
Manon.
Indy.
N-T.
Indy. Indy.
In-T.
Yeah, Indy.
Ai xin đây.
Beto! Beto!
Meadow? Meadow? Hi.
Beto! Darang, darang!
Look, binoculars, field glasses. You like it? That was a lion! They look little one. They look like they're stampeding. Stampeding. Got it. Yeah. It's great. Elephants. English. Yeah. They're called hippos in America.
Tikita.
Tikita?
Nabu are uni oma mit le nabishana isi. Tikita.
Tikita. Oh, 20.
Eh?
I get
Tikita.
it.
Indi, ye wengiga?
Gia? Is it like a toothbrush? Tooth. Brush.
Toothbrush. Sit down. Kasih aja sih. Kasih aja. Kasih aja sih.
Meadow. Hurry up!
Gentlemen, ready, please. And... Took quite a time to get this one. She charged me. I felled her at a distance of 30 yards. I think she intended mischief.
Were you scared?
Nope. Excited. These are very rare animals. Now with these two, that makes 7 we've managed to bag so far.
But if they're so rare, why do you kill so many of them?
In the grand scheme of things, 7's not many, my boy. There are thousands of them.
Beasts such as these belong in a museum for everyone to share.
Besides, it's wonderful sport.
Here.
Drink to that.
But I still don't understand.
You're missing the point, Henry. This is for science. If people are educated, they'll have more respect for wildlife and nature.
But why can't you just shoot 1 or 2?
Because there are hundreds of museums.
But why don't you just put 1 animal in each museum?
Let mankind come to understand nature. Very important. I understand your feelings, son. Why, I was given this very gun in recognition of my efforts to preserve the national heritage. I count few achievements higher than the founding of our national parks, where people can come to understand and respect nature.
I guess I see.
That's right, Henry. Knowledge is the key. Mankind has the power to destroy the wilderness. That is something we must never be allowed to do. This is the stillness of the eternal beginning. The world as it has always been.
What do you think happened to the Burton's oryx?
Well, I don't know. It's a mystery.
I've been thinking about it. And I think I can help you.
Well, the Smithsonian needs that animal for its collection.
I know I can help you.
Good. I can depend on you, eh?
Yes, Mr. Roosevelt. I promise.
Coming up here for one of our donkeys. All right, take a stroll down.
Outstanding!
He's just going to charge me, and I saw him.
Oh, congratulations!
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Congratulations. This must be the wounded mate.
I think absolutely certainly.
Oryx. Oryx.
Ngoilin?
Yes, Ngualin.
Nyagunyo.
Do you know where they are?
Ena?
Where? Do you know?
Dialo.
Ngualin?
Hindi. Umabe. Ayolo na di.
Morning, Saru.
Latin. Henry?
Henry! Henry!
Henry? Henry?
Henry!
Nura doing going in.
Burton's Oryx. Where are they?
No, no.
No, this is a drawing. Where are they? The real Oryx.
Sabo.
I promised Mr. Roosevelt I'd find them for him.
Professor, I can't find Henry anywhere.
When did you last see him?
About 2 hours ago, maybe 3.
Perhaps he's gone exploring and he's just lost track of the time.
Is there no place to go missing?
Right, we all better start looking for him. I'll search the ridge. Hannah, start looking in the tents.
Soba.
Ameti kayole neti oloboni. Mabe.
He wouldn't just disappear like this unless something has happened.
Now, let's not panic. He can't have gone far.
I sincerely hope he hasn't. Kermit.
Yes, Dad.
Get a search party together.
Yes, sir.
Now, don't you worry, Mrs. Jones. We'll find him.
That's right. Sure, Mr. Roosevelt will find him.
Anggap. Anggap.
Ground, ground, and gulp.
Nanya.
Yeah.
Ngana yu sidai. Ngana yu sidai.
Oh. Roots underneath the ground. Yes.
Nedurengoli ngana yu anya.
The oryx dig it up
Ngoli.
from the ground and eat it.
Ngoli.
If we find the root melons, we'll find the oryx. Ngoli.
Ngoli.
Thank you. Thank you. Meadow? Meadow?
We can't find him anywhere.
Maybe he's found somewhere safe.
I hope so. Build a fire up top. Henry!
Junior! Henry!
Henry!
Wana Indi!
Yombo Bwana Indi.
And don't you ever, ever do that again. We're worried sick about you. All right?
You've caused enough trouble for one day, Henry. I'm disappointed in you. I thought you were more intelligent.
But I was looking for Burton's Oryx and I just lost track of the time.
No excuses! Professor Jones, I suggest you keep a closer eye on your son in the future. The African bush is no playground.
I'm sorry.
So you should be. You are going straight to bed. And no supper for you, my lad.
What are you doing here? I can't. Madim. Good grief, all right. They must be near.
Nyo, lagi nyo.
Tasha.
Tasyo. Oh ya sudah Yoleng.
welcome. You did give a cropper last night. Well, never mind. Only by your great-grandfather? You come with the wool. Oh, thank you very much. No, it's just about You're not going to tell me, are you? I was speechless.
Morning, Junior.
Morning, Father.
Morning, Henry.
I hope you learnt your lesson, Henry.
Yes, sir. I have.
Excuse me.
Hello, Dr. Meadow.
No? What is he saying?
This is Meadow. He's my friend. He's been helping me. I tried to tell you all yesterday. We found Burton's Fringiodoryx. It's the root melon, you see.
No, we don't see it, Junior.
They aren't here anymore because they only like this kind of root melon.
That's what we call elephants' footballs. Some of them are huge.
Meadow helped me to find them. I promised you I'd find them, and I have. I have it all written down. Here.
There was a great fire in the bush which killed all the snakes. These snakes usually ate the mole rats.
But the mole rats burrowed underground, and they survived the fire.
With no snakes, there got to be so many of them, they ate all the melons. No root melons, no oryx.
You see, all the plants and animals they're connected. When something happens to one animal, it causes something different to happen to all the other animals. The oryx moved away to find the melons. See, the melons are underground, so the oryxes have to dig them up in order to eat them.
So what about the oryx?
Meadow and I sought them. Only a few. They're the most beautiful animals. That's why I lost track of the time.
How far did you say?
It's in a small gully, somewhere over there.
You have a bright lad here, Professor Jones. Simon, saddle up.
Are you all going to shoot?
Quite right, too. Absolutely right, Henry. It's a rare species. Who knows what kind of animals might depend on them, eh? Thank you, Henry.
Yes, sir.
Bully for you.
Go, Indy. Bye, Indy.
You know, some years later, they named that place Champagne Ridge. Oh, not in memory of Roosevelt, but in memory of the thousands who followed after him. Champagne Ridge. Well, thank you very much for being such pleasant company. But I have to go. Goodbye. Bye.
What was the point of all that?
I don't know. Do you?
Nope, I don't get it.